Hi there, I'm Dawn Holly Johnson. I'm the creator of the Wildly Successful Enterprises program. And that program is designed to bring businesses into the future. Our current traditional structures and practices in organizations do not help organizations be successful. They actually deter them from having high performance. And in this video series, I've been talking about various aspects of why that happens. And a lot of it has to do with our natural tendencies as human beings. We've allowed our organizational practices over time to just evolve organically, and they're not necessarily the best way to go. So right now, in this video, we're going to finalize the 5 flawed assumptions that we all make when we're working in an organization. And I'll quickly summarize those. So the 5 flawed assumptions that are made are: number 1, that people know and understand what their customers value. The second flawed assumption is that people know what part they play in delivering value. Number 3 is that people, or the functional experts in the organization, are great leaders and managers. Number 4 is that people, or those functional experts, are actually great business designers. And number 5, and what we're going to touch on today, is that technology, it is assumed, will always improve how people work. Now, some businesses exist to provide a technology. Now, organizations use a lot of different technologies, be they mechanical or scientific or informational. And the technology I'm talking about today is information technology. Now, the ultimate purpose of information technology is to automate that which is mind-numbing, repetitive, difficult, or when a higher speed or higher precision than a human being can deliver is necessary. What's happening today in the digital transformation efforts is that anything's being automated. Anything where we can grab a quick cycle time reduction, and what's not being looked at is the entire process first, because what's happening is a lot of process is being automated that shouldn't even exist in the first place. So there's this belief that if we automate our processes, that we're going to have higher performance. But that is a flawed assumption. The belief that automation is less expensive or more efficient, and it's not necessarily the truth. Automating processes is not the ultimate solution to delivering value, and in fact, can prevent you from being agile and delivering value. For instance, how often have you called customer service only to be told, well, our system won't allow us to do that? Technology needs to be designed for flexibility, for taking care of the customer. But many software companies purposefully design their software so that the business is dependent on their high development costs and timelines for any changes. The business needs to work to deliver value is by ensuring it's got powerful processes. You do not decide and determine what's the best process to deliver value for your organization, then determining a technology, what technology to buy, and then the implementation will not help you better deliver value. Likely not. Now, the way technology is often implemented, it's by interviewing people who currently work an outdated and messy process, and they're asked, what do you want to be able to do, or what do you do currently? Well, the problem is that process is a mess, because I have never come into an organization where I haven't improved the process, ever. So we go ahead and we hard code that process now, that old process, into the technology. That process probably isn't measured well, it's not efficient, it's not effective, and yet here we go now, paying sometimes millions and millions of dollars to hard code that into a system. Without process improvement before technology is even considered, you're doing nothing but wasting money on buying technology. Now, I'll give you an example. So Tim Gray, a dear colleague of mine, he's a supply chain expert. He's actually developed his own relatively inexpensive supply chain management software because his experience with enterprise requirements planning systems they were being implemented without process reengineering, and then they were allowing these systems to cement in these old ineffective processes. But an example is that the mega system SAP cripples a sourcer's ability to actually analyze purchasing potential. It only allows for one price point per part or product. Now, based on best practices and knowing that successful organizations are flexible, his software allows management to change the system's business rules whenever desired to adapt to changing times. And he averages over 400% ROI for his clients. This is an example of what we're going to get into next, starting with video 11. We're going to talk about how we work in two-dimensional worlds. We focus on people and technology. We think experts are going to save the day, and so is technology. And that is a flawed assumption. I hope you're enjoying the video series. A like and a share is also appreciated. And if you haven't seen prior videos, please go ahead and check out wildlysuccessfulenterprises.com. Check out our video blog. Thanks so much. Be well.